In the grand tapestry of the late Roman Empire, few threads are as vibrant and fraught with peril as that of Galla Placidia. She was born into a world of immense power and privilege, a princess of the ruling Theodosian dynasty. Her father was the great Emperor Theodosius I, the last ruler to preside over a unified Roman Empire. Her mother, Galla, was Theodosius's second wife, adding another layer of imperial connection to her lineage. From her earliest days, Placidia was surrounded by the opulent splendor of the imperial court at Constantinople. She learned the intricate dance of politics and power simply by observing the world around her. Her half-brothers, Arcadius and Honorius, were destined to inherit the vast empire their father had struggled to maintain. Upon Theodosius's death in 395, the empire was formally divided between them, a decision that would have profound consequences. Arcadius took the east, and Honorius, the younger brother, was given the west. Galla Placidia, still a young child, was placed under the guardianship of her brother Honorius and moved to the Western Roman Empire. She resided primarily in Rome, the ancient heart of the empire, living a life befitting her station. Her education was comprehensive, covering literature, philosophy, and the arts, all within the luxurious confines of the imperial palaces on the Palatine Hill. She was a pawn in the dynastic ambitions of her family, her future marriage a tool of statecraft. However, the stability of the Western Empire was becoming increasingly fragile. Barbarian tribes pressed against the frontiers, their movements sending shockwaves through the Roman provinces. The military and political leadership under Honorius was often indecisive and ineffective. A formidable Visigothic army, led by the ambitious King Alaric, had entered Italy, seeking land and recognition. Alaric's demands were repeatedly met with refusal and disdain from the imperial court, which had relocated to the more defensible city of Ravenna. This diplomatic impasse set the stage for a catastrophic event. In the year 410, Alaric and his Gothic warriors marched on the city of Rome itself. The first time in nearly 800 years, the Eternal City was under direct threat from a foreign invader. The city's defenses were inadequate, and its people were struck with terror and disbelief. After a short but brutal siege, the Salarian Gate was opened, and the Goths poured into the streets. The sack of Rome was a psychological blow from which the empire would never fully recover. Amidst the chaos and plunder, a significant prize was taken. Galla Placidia, the emperor's own sister, was captured by the invading Goths. Her life of protected luxury was shattered in an instant, replaced by the harsh reality of captivity. She was now a hostage, a valuable bargaining chip in Alaric's negotiations with her brother. The Goths treated her with a degree of respect due to her royal status, but she was a captive nonetheless. She was forced to travel with the Gothic horde as they moved south through Italy. This was a stark contrast to her previous life, now living amongst the very people her society deemed barbarians. She witnessed their customs, their social structures, and their martial way of life firsthand. Alaric's sudden death shortly after the sack of Rome did not bring her freedom. Leadership of the Visigoths passed to his brother-in-law, Ataulf. Ataulf was a shrewd and forward-thinking leader who saw in Placidia more than just a hostage. During these years of wandering, a complex relationship began to form between the Gothic king and the Roman princess. Ataulf was reportedly captivated by her intelligence, her resilience, and her imperial bearing. Placidia, in turn, may have seen in Ataulf a strength and vision lacking in her own brother's court. In January 414, In the city of Narbonne in southern Gaul, the unthinkable happened. Galla Placidia, sister of the Roman emperor, was married to Ataulf, king of the Visigoths. The wedding was a remarkable fusion of Roman and Gothic traditions. Placidia was dressed in the manner of a Roman empress, a symbol of her enduring status. Ataulf, for his part, wore the attire of a Roman general, signaling his respect for the empire. The ceremony was lavish, with 50 young men presenting Placidia with 50 trays of gold and precious gems, spoils from the sack of Rome. This marriage was a profound political statement, a declaration of a new order. Ataulf declared that he wished to use Gothic strength to restore the Roman world, not to destroy it. For Placidia, this union was a path to influence and perhaps even survival. She was no longer just a captive. She was a queen, a bridge between two powerful peoples. They refused to recognize its legitimacy and increased their military pressure on the Goths. Despite the political turmoil, Placidia and Ataulf's union appeared to be one of genuine affection. In the year 415, Placidia gave birth to a son, whom they named Theodosius after her illustrious father. This child represented the ultimate fusion of the Roman and Gothic lines, a symbol of hope for a shared future. He was the potential heir to both a kingdom and an empire. Tragically, the infant Theodosius died within a few months of his birth. His death was a devastating personal blow to Placidia and Ataulf. Also extinguished the immediate hope of a Romano-Gothic dynasty. The child was buried in a silver coffin in Barcelona, a testament to his brief but significant existence. The grief of the parents was soon compounded by further tragedy. Ataulf, facing internal dissent and relentless Roman pressure, was assassinated in his stables in Barcelona later that same year. He was struck down by a follower of a rival Gothic chieftain he had previously killed. Placidia's world was once again thrown into chaos and despair. She was now a widow, alone and vulnerable in the heart of the Gothic court. The man who had been her captor, her husband, and her protector was gone. Ataulf's successor, Sigeric, reigned for only 7 days, but his brief rule was a nightmare for Placidia. Sigeric harbored a deep hatred for Ataulf's legacy and all associated with it. He immediately had Ataulf's children from a previous marriage executed. He then subjected the former queen to the ultimate humiliation. Placidia, the daughter and sister of emperors, was forced to walk for miles on foot among a crowd of common captives. This brutal treatment was a stark reminder of her precarious position. Fortunately, Sigeric's cruelty led to his own swift downfall, as he was assassinated by his own people. The new Visigothic king, Wallia, was a more pragmatic leader. Wallia understood that a protracted war with Rome was not in his people's best interest. He entered into negotiations with Honorius's general, Constantius, who would later become a major figure in Placidia's life. An agreement was reached, a treaty that would reshape the political landscape. The Goths were to become federates, or allies, of Rome, tasked with fighting other barbarian groups in Spain. In exchange for this alliance and a massive shipment of grain, the Goths would return their most prized captive. In the year 416, after 6 years of captivity, Galla Placidia was returned to the Romans. Her long and arduous journey through the heart of the Gothic world was finally over. She was escorted back to her brother's court in Ravenna, a place she had not seen since before the fall of Rome. Her return was not a quiet affair. It was a significant political event. She was a symbol of Roman resilience, a princess who had endured the ultimate hardship and returned. However, her freedom came with new obligations. Honorius had already arranged her future, without her consent. In January of 417, against her will, She was married to the general Constantius. Constantius was the power behind Honorius's throne, a brilliant military commander who had effectively saved the Western Empire. This marriage was his reward, a union that would solidify his position and connect him to the imperial dynasty. Placidia was reportedly reluctant, still mourning Netolf, and resentful of this forced political match. Despite the difficult start, the marriage proved to be a successful one. Placidia and Constantius had 2 children, a daughter named Justa Grata Honoria, and a son, Valentinian. This son, Valentinian III, was destined to become the next Western Roman emperor. In 421, Honorius elevated Constantius to the rank of co-emperor, making him Constantius III. Galla Placidia was now an Augusta, an empress of the Roman Empire. She had completed a remarkable journey from princess to captive, to queen of the Goths, and finally to empress of Rome. Her time in captivity had not broken her. It had forged her into a formidable political operator. She understood both the Roman and barbarian worlds in a way that few of her contemporaries did. Constantius III's reign was short, as he died of illness after only 7 months as emperor. Placidia was once again a widow, but this time she was in a position of immense power and influence. Her relationship with her brother Honorius soured, and she was forced to flee with her children to Constantinople. Following Honorius's death in 423, she returned to the west with the backing of the Eastern army. She successfully overthrew a usurper and installed her young son, Valentinian III, on the throne in 425. For the next 12 years, Galla Placidia served as the regent for her son, effectively ruling the Western Roman Empire. Her life story is a testament to her incredible resilience and adaptability. She navigated a world of violence, betrayal, and shifting alliances with remarkable skill. From the gilded halls of power to the dusty roads of a barbarian migration, she endured. She was a woman who was defined not by her captivity, but by how she transcended it. Her legacy is etched in the stunning mosaics of the mausoleum in Ravenna that bears her name. A small, unassuming building on the outside, it holds within it a breathtaking universe of color and light. The starry sky of the ceiling seems to echo her own journey through darkness into a position of celestial power. Galla Placidia's life was a microcosm of the turbulent era in which she lived. An era of decline and fall, but also of transformation and the birth of a new world. She stood at the crossroads of history, a Roman princess who became a Gothic queen. Her story reminds us that even in the face of overwhelming forces, the human spirit can endure and even triumph. She was a survivor, a stateswoman, and one of the most influential figures of the late antique world. Her influence shaped the course of the Western Roman Empire in its final decades. She experienced life as a captive, an experience that gave her a unique perspective on her captors. She found love in an unexpected place, marrying the king of the people who had taken her. She suffered the profound grief of losing a child and a husband in quick succession. She endured humiliation at the hands of her enemies, a testament to her inner strength. She was ransomed and returned to a world that sought to control her once more. She rose above her circumstances, embracing a new role as a political wife and mother. She became an empress, wielding power in a world dominated by men. She fought for her son's inheritance, securing his place on the imperial throne. She ruled as regent, guiding the empire through a period of intense crisis. Her decisions had far-reaching consequences for the future of Europe. She was a patron of the arts, leaving behind a legacy of beautiful churches and mosaics. The mausoleum of Galla Placidia in Ravenna is a jewel of early Christian art. Its mosaics depict symbols of eternal life and resurrection, themes that resonated with her own life. The deep blue and gold of the mosaics create an atmosphere of serene and otherworldly beauty. It is a fitting tribute to a woman whose life was anything but serene. Her story is a complex one, full of contradictions and ambiguities. Was she a collaborator or a survivor? A victim or an agent of her own destiny? Perhaps she was all of these things at once. Her life challenges our simple categorizations of Roman and barbarian, civilized and savage. She lived in the space between these two worlds, a pioneer of a new, emerging culture. Her marriage to a Torf, though born of captivity, was a symbol of a potential future that never fully materialized. A future where Roman and Goth could build something new together. The death of their son was a turning point, a moment when history could have gone in a different direction. Instead, the path of conflict and separation continued. Placidia's return to Rome and her subsequent rise to power represent a reassertion of the old order. Yet, she herself was changed by her experiences. She could never again see the world in the simple terms of her youth. She had looked into the heart of the other and found not a monster, but a man she could love. This knowledge must have informed her rule as regent. She was a pragmatist, willing to negotiate with barbarian leaders when necessary. She understood their motivations and their strengths in a way that few other Roman leaders did. Her regency was a period of constant struggle, fending off rivals and managing powerful generals. She played a dangerous game of diplomacy and intrigue to maintain her son's authority. Her political acumen was honed in the harshest of environments. She learned to be ruthless when necessary, a quality essential for survival in the late Roman world. Her legacy is not just one of buildings and mosaics, but of political survival against all odds. She was a woman who refused to be a mere pawn in the games of men. She took the hand she was dealt and played it with remarkable skill and determination. The story of Galla Placidia is a reminder that history is not just made by emperors and generals. It is also shaped by the resilience and courage of individuals caught in the great currents of change. Her journey from princess to empress was a long and winding road, full of unexpected turns. She was a witness to the end of an era and the beginning of another. Her life spanned the final, turbulent century of the Western Roman Empire. She saw its glory and its decay, its power and its vulnerability. Through it all, she endured, a symbol of the enduring strength of the human spirit. Her name is forever linked with the city of Ravenna, her final resting place. A city that, like her, was a bridge between the classical world and the Middle Ages. Her story continues to fascinate and inspire us centuries later. A Roman princess, a Gothic queen, a Roman empress, a regent and ruler. Galla Placidia was all of these and more, a truly remarkable woman of her time.